guys, DrEEzY here, coming at you guys with a brand new video. This video is going to be different than the reacts videos I've done or the typical funny videos I do. This video is going to be all about basically my baseball season coming to an end for me in terms of being on the field, not hitting. So for those of you who don't know, I have had shoulder problems this whole year. I've had a cyst in my shoulder. They've said it's about probably that big, which causes it to make this sound. My arm's not fully together, I guess you could say, which is making it do that popping sound. So basically, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, I was catching at a game, and after 2 innings, coach came over, asked me, goes, "What's going on? What's happening?" Because I couldn't quite make it back to the pitcher, and the reason being was because I could go back, and then right here it would stop because it causes it to catch or whatever. And then I could go, so I wouldn't have any power whatsoever. And I was struggling to get it back. And from there, the next inning, coach decided to pull me. Again, I didn't take it too well because I knew then and there that something serious was going on with the shoulder. Also, one of the only times, I guess I could say, I've really cried during baseball. The past couple of years, I cried on the bench, and the reason was because I love baseball. Baseball is one of my favorite things to do, and having it come to an end so fast really sucked for me. I did not enjoy that whatsoever. So from there, I've just been sitting on the bench or DHing, which is designated hitter. So I've been hitting for the team, not doing so hot whatsoever, but that's baseball. I'm in a slump. That's baseball for you. Again, everyone goes through slumps. But so yesterday I went down to Iowa City actually. My whole family went. We talked to a guy, and he basically just was feeling around, told me to pop it, and then he told us that probably the best thing we should do is go in for an MRI. And I've already had one MRI done, and I can tell you it was the biggest waste of 5 hours of my entire life. So basically we got there, we were supposed to be there an hour early. Don't know why, but it was just dumb. We got there an hour early, we sat in a waiting room for an hour before someone came in and said, "Oh, hey, throw this gown on, go back in this changing room, just put the gown on," basically. So I do that, I come back out, sit with my mom. 45 minutes later, "Okay, we're ready, you can come back now and, get the stuff in your arm." So from there, they wheeled me into a room. And this room looked like a room off of a Star Trek ship, just a bunch of mechanisms. The dude decided to have a full-on conversation with me for about 20 minutes. Then from there, he told me, "Look this way," and then they took my arm and basically put a sandbag on it, a really heavy sandbag, and they took a needle straight in from right here. And this needle was about this long, you guys, I kid you not. The end of it came off. He goes, "You look away," and of course, DrEEzY being the guy he is, I want to check it out. So the needle's stuck in my arm. There's no syringe or nothing, and then the dude comes over and takes this little blue syringe thing, puts it on, screws it in. He starts pushing this blue dye in for the MRI, and you could just hear my shoulder cracking and popping because he was pushing it like out of place, like out of socket, so it was like out farther than it's supposed to be because I guess it's easier to get the MRI that way. Then from that stage, they wheeled me back to the waiting room, told my mom I gotta go downstairs or some shit. Go downstairs, and I wait 1 hour in a lobby next to old people watching HGTV. Biggest waste of time ever. Then from there, they took me back to the MRI room, which took another hour because they had to get 3 different MRIs. At least they let me listen to rap music or whatever. They hooked up Pandora for me or whatever the hell it was, and I was just listening to that. I fell asleep. Every time I'd look up, I felt like I was like going around in circles just because the tube that I had to go on was awful. Oh my god, it was so bad. But anyways, back on to the original story. So I've already gotten one MRI. I've got to get another one, and I don't know when. They haven't called us back yet. They were supposed to call us today, but they didn't. I don't know why. And then from there, we're looking at surgery. And surgery, they're going to take a scope in. They're going to clear everything out. Again, hopefully, it's not as bad as it sounds. I mean, I'm terrified of surgery, getting my nose cauterized, which wasn't really surgery. I wouldn't say I was terrified of that. I damn near passed out when they put the IV in my arm. I'm probably gonna pass out with this because they have a freaking scope in my arm. I mean, I know I'm gonna be asleep or whatever, but still, just when needles just, I don't like them. But anyways, my baseball season came to an end really fast as a catcher. So right now, I'm learning how to throw left-handed, you feel? Because that's how much I love baseball, and that's how much I want to get back into the game. I know it's not just gonna happen like that to throw lefty after being a righty all my life. But if I can get myself back into the game sooner and not hurt my arm again, I'm definitely going to do it. So that's what I'm trying to work on now. I can still bat fine, just the contact part I'm struggling with. But I can still swing fine, everything like that. It doesn't hurt my shoulder whatsoever. But I mean, I've just had all sorts of shoulder problems. Like I dislocated my left arm this year swinging a weighted bat. Bat hurt for a good week. Then from there, the shoulder crap again. I just want to get fixed. I want to be over and done with. I don't want to live the rest of my life in pain because it's just on and off pinching, and it's really annoying. So with all that good stuff being said, still doing everything I can to still play. But again, I gotta follow the doctor's orders and not throw right-handed. So It's tough, it really is, but that's life. Life is unfair. It's a roadblock I've got to come around. Thank you guys for watching this vlog here of Days Out with DrEEzY. It's been your boy DrEEzY. Peace out.